Alright, welcome back to like my 5th video ever on the YouTube channel, but this video is actually going to be informational. Now, what I'm going to be talking about is the top 5 baits for the month of June. June is an interesting month. It's different down in the south. So like the Tennessee line, like down, so like Tennessee, some other states, that whole line of America down is what I'm going to be talking about. June. June's an interesting month. Very, very interesting. Because number one, June is a transition month for some states, okay? So like, I'm saying like, probably like everything above like Oklahoma, like that whole like Oklahoma to like the Atlantic, that whole, all that, just draw a straight line. All those states above that, they could still be post-spawn, but pretty much everything else below that, it's just straight summer patterns or like early summer patterns. But like down south in Texas, the shad spawn's over. There ain't no more fry garters. There's still groups of fry, but they're big enough they don't need to be guarded. Like they're starting to go off on their separate ways. Like sometimes like I'll net for like a little small bluegill to go catfishing, and every now and then I'll scoop a little bass, but like not that much. So all the fry are spreading out. The shad done spawning, but an amazing thing happens this time of year. The bluegill start spawning. Now this could be really great for bass fishing because all the spawning years, all through April and May, all of the fish have just been bombarded by the bluegill. Bass have had to protect their beds from bluegill. They've tried to eat their fry. Now it's the bass's turn to get revenge on the bluegill. So the bass will be eating the bluegill that's on bed because they're just sitting there. The bass will come through. The bass will be like on the outside, and he'll like get a target, and then he'll go super fast and just boom him like that. And you can catch really big bass doing that. Now I have 5 baits for you, and I want to cover. Actually, I have 6 baits for you, but I'm going to cover the deep, and the shallow. You can fish wherever you want to. You can fish shallow, you can skip boat docks, you can go out deep, drag some jigs or whatnot. But you can catch them anyway. Right now we're going to be focusing on the bluegill spawn. So I have 3 baits for that, or shallow fishing, and then I have 3 baits for the deep. But number 1 for bluegill, probably one of the most effective. It's not really for bluegill. You can fish it anywhere. A jig. A standalone pitching jig. My favorite is 30 jigs pitching jig. Just a standalone, just a jig. 1/2 ounce, 3/8 ounce for skipping docks. 1/2 ounce for just throwing and dragging or hopping around. 1/2 ounce with a pack of slim on the back. Just get a black and blue or a go-to color. Just they are they're top-notch jigs right there. Bluegill spawn like 3 or 4 times in the summer. Those work from like now, throwing a jig up shallow and dragging it around. On bluegill baits will work now till July-ish, because bluegill spawn throughout the whole summer. And that's good. You can, even if you missed the first spawn, you still got 2 more spawns coming up. So Also, you can take a 3/8 ounce jig and skip it around docks, because I found a little bit lighter jig, like a 3/8 or like a 1/2 ounce sometimes, but a 3/8 is the key to skip around boat docks. What you do, you trim the skirt up like real good. Like, I'm talking like, if the skirt's this long, trim it up to about like that. Or no, it's a lot, but trust me, it'll get you warm rights. And trim it up all underneath it, okay? And you can skip that board on the docks. It catches lots of fish. Lots of fish. Alright, bait number 2. Now this is specifically for the bluegill spawn. Get you a bluegill swim bait. Yeah. Like you can get you a, like the Bucca swim bait, or you can just get you a straight paddle tail swim bait. Just get you a bluegill swim bait. I'll put some of my favorites down below. Everything that I'm talking about is going to be in the description down below, so you don't have to take notes or anything. So I'm going to put some of my favorites down there. I'm going to put a glide and just a straight swim bait. But just throwing a swim bait near the bluegill beds on the edge, down the middle, just winding it, hopping every now and again, will get you some big bites. Like, you won't catch very many fish. That's obvious with swim bait fishing. You won't catch very many fish, but you will catch some big fish. Bait number 3 for the shallow water. Top water. Top water is on right now. It is on. Now, I'm having top water for both deep and shallow, but right now, frog. Specifically, the Spro walking frog. That little boy, that thing is the best. That and the Berkeley Swamp Lord. Those two are really good. I put those two down in the description below. But the Spro walking frog literally can catch them whenever. It's like, it's soft enough. It's what you could do is to make your frogs a little softer and easier to get bit as you could. So you have a dashboard of your truck, or you can put them on your windowsill. You can like put them there and then like melt, or like not melt, but like soften up in the sun, and that'll make them easier to catch fish. You gotta do that. Like when you're driving on the lake, go on the dashboard of your truck or something like that to make sure they get nice and softened. Where do you throw a frog? Anyway, reeds, grass, bluegill beds, matted grass. You can throw a frog anywhere and everywhere. Docks, could be no docks. Literally anywhere shallow you can throw a frog. Another bait that's good during the bluegill spawn. They're being a little finicky, or you're just nipping at your frog. And if you nip at your frog, 1, you may need to trim the legs. Or 2, you're going to switch to a popper. Now poppers are really good during the shad spawn, but they're also really good during the bluegill spawn. To get you a bluegill colored bait, throw it up there, pop. What I found is letting it sit there. Pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop. Or basically just let it sit there until the ripple disperses. Now I found out the bass will eat it like the 3 or 4 second mark. So they won't, like shad spawn, you want pop, 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 and about right now, you want to like let it sit there. So pop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop, 1, 2, like that. And they'll like eat it like at the 2, 3, 4 second mark. Now we've talked about the shallow water. Now we're going to be focusing on the deep water. Okay. Right off the bat, deep water, one of my favorite ways to catch them is on top water. Throwing a walking bait on points, throwing it like a whopper plopper, like a buzz bait, something like that. Like my favorite walking bait, it's gotta be the Megabass Giant Dog X. Now the reason that one, it's more subtle. Right now, when they're still kind of transitioning from the deep water to the shallow water, and with the more fishing pressure, I mean, your shower blows, they still work right now. But I find that the Megabass, a little bit more finessey walking bait, gets really good right now. Because the increase of fishing pressure right now, they just need a little bit more of something, you know? So, that's another great bait to throw right now. And then another one's a whopper plopper. Now, any whopper plopper's good. You know, you got the River to Sea whopper plopper, the Berkeley whopper plopper. Any whopper plopper's good. My personal favorite is the Berkeley whopper plopper. That's just my opinion. And you get a lot of bites on a whopper plopper, and your hookup ratio is amazing. Because the farthest thing on the whopper plopper is the hook. So, you know. And then, where do I throw that? I throw it on points, over humps, grass lines. Grass lines are real good fish right now. And then I throw it over like deep brush piles and stuff. You know, I see a fish schooling out there, launch it out there. You need a really good rod. Like I'm talking like a Shimano DC or a Shimano LMG spool. I'm talking about you get you like a longer rod, like a 7.5 medium or like a 7.3 medium, somewhere around there. Work really well for top water. Just eat it out there, and you. Now, top water line, monofilament, pretty much. Monofilament is the go-to. And then number 5 for, or number 2 for deep water, but number 5 in total, a crankbait. Okay, it's the deep water crankbait is on. In the South, it has been going on for about a month, but the deep water crankbait is on. Just get you a 7.6 medium heavy glass rod, get you a Shimano LMG spool, and then just send it. I'm in spool, you're real. And then just crank it down real fast, and then just kind of go like this. You can stop it. 2 of my favorite deep cranks. 1, the River to Sea Tactical Bass and Crankbait. They designed it for like winter cranking, but it works amazing for summer cranking. Number 2, we love them. The DT16. It's a balsa wood bait, floats real slow. When it gets down there, it stays down there. Okay, I mean the striking like big old 6XDs, 12XDs, something like that. I don't even know what 12XD exists. They're okay, but they're real aggressive wide wobbling. Right now, fishing pressure's getting real high. Everybody throwing a Strike King 24XD. I don't even know if they make those, but you get more bites if you throw like a smaller, more finessey crank. I'm throwing that like on 12-pound fluorocarbon, 12-pound Sunline FC cranking. It's a stellar line for any crankbait fishing. I'm throwing it on points, humps, rock, brush, anywhere out deep. Fish schooling, trying to find fish schooling. You know, it's everything. Number 6. One of the best ways I think to catch them consistently deep. Dragging around. Actually, I have 7. Dragging around a big worm or jig, big worm or jig. Dragging around a big old stinking worm. I'm talking about to get you their Zoom big old monster 12-inch worm. Get you a giant 14-inch worm. Put you a 6-aught hook in the back of that boy. Get you a 3/4 ounce weight. Just throw it out there. Drag that boy on point. Drag that boy on humps. Drag that boy through brush. Dong. Now with big worms, you want to make sure that you give them a second. So dong. 1, 2. Lay the boom on him, son. Jigs. Dong. Son, you might break your ankle in there. I'm doing them one of them things, but I mean, drag it around a big jig, worm, Carolina rig. That's really good right now. And then throw it wherever you think bass are. Brush, humps, points, grass lines, rock, drop offs, really much anywhere. Just throw it anywhere, drag that boy around. And number 8, the swinghead jig. The swinghead jig is interesting. It's probably the most underrated bait in all of bass fishing. Literally what you do is you throw it out there, you get it real far, let it sink, reel it slow enough that it's on the bottom. So reel it as fast as you can while it's all on the bottom. What that is the swinghead jig. It's like just on the bottom, and it's going back and forth, just kind of like that. It's just kind of going around. It's kind of like a crankbait, pretty much, but not. Swing is just going back and forth, just like that. But say there's a stick right here. Okay, here's a stick. Okay, so you can just come in. It hits it. Okay, the bait behind it flips out. You hit it, and the bait just kind of goes and then it goes back over, and then it just kind of goes like this. That can catch some of the biggest fish in the lake. It's a presentation they have never, well, they don't see often because not very many people throw it. It's a very underrated bait. It's kind of difficult to find in tackle shops sometimes. My favorite bait for that is an adrenaline crawl, specifically June bug. June bug right now is the key color. June bug in anything. June bugs in jigs, June bugs in worms, June bugs in crawls, June bugs in anything. If you don't know what color to throw this time of year and throughout the whole summer, June bug. I don't know. I'm just saying, June bug can absolutely slap them. Okay, June bug is built different. Okay, just throw that thing anywhere. Grass lines, rock, wood, points, humps, anywhere out deep. Now, that bad boy can literally you go from catching one fish to catching 20 fish and catching 20 giant fish. I'm not lying. The swing head jig is the most underrated bait. If you're on Lake Fork, throw it. If you're on a private lake, throw it. If you're in the most public lake in the world, throw it. If you're in a stinking pond, throw it. It can literally catch fish anywhere. If you're in a river, throw it. I don't even know. I probably could throw it in a river. I've never tried before though. But it can catch fish and it can catch giant fish. And that's all my baits. I did end up ending 8 baits, so I put this top 8 baits of the month. Well, see you guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, night, or morning. So see you later. Catch a big one.